Making sure I've got everything all set up correctly. Pop over to Twitch quick to make sure I'm actually broadcasting. Yep, that seems to be the case. So today I'm going to go ahead and start with a deck that I've been playing a lot lately that I've actually really enjoyed. Despite me punting to the moon a couple of times with it. A deck that I'm calling Transmogrify Titan because I like alliteration. So for those of you that don't know, this is basically red-green Valakut, except we get a dwarf token off of Dwarven Mine, entering untapped, which we then transmogrify into a Primeval Titan, and that wins the game. Interestingly enough, Primeval Titan is an easier way to win the game than Emrakul is. So, because Primeval Titan, unlike Emrakul, is actually hard castable when you ramp. In Modern, anyway. Note to self, if I bring in Boyle, side out Prismatic Omen, because I will make that mistake. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take this thing into a Modern League. Why does it not pick the deck that I just switched to? Tarek, thank you for resubscribing. Much appreciated. I also got a 2020 gift emote. How's it going? Let's see, Jank Transmogrify Titan is what I'm looking for. There we go. All right. Oh. Thanks for hosting the playground in which Joel Weston you were gonna throw down. Oh gosh. Well, this is pretty close to the ideal hand, so we're gonna keep here. We get to start with a turn 1 Search for Tomorrow suspend into a turn 2 Explore. Opponent starts Mystic Gate, which I find concerning. Suspend Search for Tomorrow, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Flagstones, which is also concerning. Well, that's wonderful to hear. We're going to play Mountain and Explore. Opponent remands the Explorer. That's actually okay. I've heard a lot of people are pretty excited about Cyberpunk. And I'm not gonna say they're wrong or that I blame them. I might wait a little while. I'm so disconnected from everything not Magic. I don't have enough time for other games right now. Alright, so opponent is playing some incredibly janky, very landfall-y deck. And unfortunately for my opponent, we're gonna Titan them this turn. So play Dwarven Mine. The Dwarven Mine token. Transmogrify. Get Primeval Titan. And we're gonna go ahead and get let's go Valakut Cinderglade, I think. Pass the turn. So it looks like I'm against the same deck or the same strategy, but we're faster. Opponent plays an Uro. Uro can't save you now. Second Field of the Dead. But opponent, those lands have the same name. And an Elvish Reclaimer. We untap. We draw a Lightning Bolt. Oh man. So play Valakut. This is technically more damage after I attack, so go to combat. Attack with Titan. We're gonna get Valakut We are holding triple lightning bolt. That's not fair at all. Oh man. Alright, Flame Slash coming in. I've been watching 48 hours, watching the rest of your videos on YouTube. And one of them you mentioned a Loam deck in Modern, but you need Ren and 6. Luckily for you, your favorite community member has 3 Ren and 6 you'd be happy to lend for a couple weeks. That's awesome! Oh man, I'd love to brew Loam Pox in Modern. That would be sweet. I will absolutely hit you up later for those. And you have Seasoned Pyromancer, which I think also might fit in that deck. Okay, I'm excited. I'm going to brew that later when I have the chance. Also, welcome, Kefka. How's it going? So we're going to bring in... What was I bringing in? 2 Flame Slash to help deal with the 2/4 that my opponent has. I could drop Prismatic Omen and bring in Boils for punishment purposes. Sounds like it might be fun. I'm going to drop 2 bolts for the Flame Slashes and a not a Bloodstain Mire, a Scalding Tarn. I'll bring in another Boil and drop a Bloodstain Mire. And I think I'm going to try running it like this. I like having the Singleton Beast within. Oh, wow. Well, I think this hand is fairly decent. We're going to keep. Will do. Will do. Alright, opponent starts Elvish Reclaimer. Unfortunately, we do not get a Lightning Bolt to kill that immediately, so my opponent will get to search up 1 land. I think I'm going to start Valakut, because if we get Ghost Quartered or Field, that's fine. Yes, today I wanted to start with some Constructed Modern. We're playing Transmogrify Titan, which is red-green Valakut, except it plays Primeval Titan on turn 3, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, super fast Dwarf Titan. Okay, so now we play Stomping Grounds, untapped. We go ahead and Farseek. We want to get a Cinderglade here. Trying to get the tap lands out of the deck first. There's only 2 catches to this deck. Number 1, don't boil if you play Prismatic Omen. Number 2, Farseeking out your Dwarven Mine does not give you a token because it enters tapped always. I also ran into that before. Alright, opponent transmutes into a Windswept Heath. We are going to go get a Cinderglade. Pass the turn. So I would not mind top decking an Explore. If my opponent plays Dryad, I really want to top deck Boil. So opponent cracks Windswept Heath, gets a basic Forest, and plays Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Boil off the top 1 time, please, Justice. Prime time. Okay, almost. Play Wooded Foothills, pass the turn. Opponent is playing an Uro. Okay. We'll probably play some Supreme Chaos Draft in at least a little bit. Opponent misses a land drop. Gets in for 5. We go to 10. So I'm going to fetch up a Dwarven Mine, because I might actually want a blocker. Oh, I don't have enough mountains. Never mind. That's fine. We untap. We draw a Dwarven Mine anyway. So play Dwarven Mine, get a blocker. Pass the turn. And next turn we just cast Primeval Titan, and we're good to go. So opponent attacks, we chump. We draw an Explore. So play a Mountain. Play Primetime. Get Remanded. Alright, well. Hey, Mixum, how's it going? Opponent attacks for 5, we go to 2. We untap and draw Indomitable Creativity. So we have 5 mountains. We can play a mountain. Valak at our opponent. Explore. Hang on. We explore. Aether Gust. Crap. I didn't calculate this out. Okay, that was a punt. That was a punt, but they would have Aether Gusted Titan anyway. Well, we won round 1. Or we won game 1. I think this is round 1 still. I may want Veil of Summer. My opponent is playing Remand. It doesn't do anything versus Aether Gust. I could see cutting an Edge of Autumn or 2 for Veils here. It's not my birthday, Six Sigma. Yeah, we'll just run it back. Play first. This is pretty good. I think this is a good start. We will keep. And I'm gonna start Bloodstained Mire, fetching up Cinderglade tapped, I believe. I'm just gonna do that now, so I don't have to worry about it in a bit. I do like Explorer being a couple of redraws here, getting us close to a transmog effect. I made sure to eat a snack before I streamed this time, and I feel so much better. There it is. So play a mountain. Let's explore. It's a bit like Schrodinger's cat. Every day is your birthday and not actually my birthday. I guess that's technically true, because you guys still don't know when my actual birthday is. I haven't told you. I did not get to stream on my birthday this last year. I did try. I had to stream the day before. Do you have that Gate Thicket land? Sheltered Thicket. No, I don't. It was one card that I was considering adding to this list, but Six Sigma did some experimentation for me and found you're in the right part of the year, but that's the wrong month. So you can add that to the Kano wiki lore. My birthday is not actually in May. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Six Sigma did some experimentation for me and found the Sheltered Thicket. We don't want more tap lands than we already have. It makes it tough. One month down, 11 to go. That's enough birthday hints for today. My opponent is in the tank on their main phase. Kind of hoping they play something and don't leave up like a remand. Because that would let us resolve an Indomitable Creativity, which would be probably game. How many tap lands does it run right now? Dwarven Mine is a tap land if you don't have 3 mountains, which is surprisingly difficult. It has a field. It has a Cinderglade, which is only occasionally a tapped land. It's sometimes an untapped land. And then I think it's really just field and Cinderglade. Oh, and Valakut, obviously. It has 3 Valakuts. So we are a 29 land deck that runs 5 tap lands. I mean, like, Valakut's not a pure tap land. Valakut's a burn spell. My opponent's username is Wombo Combo 2020. It is a lot of early tap lands, that's true. But we really only need an untapped green source early. The deck also plays like 9 fetch lands or something crazy. It's 4 Wooded Foothills, 4 Scalding Tarn, 3 Bloodstains. So it has 11 fetch lands, which I feel like is a lot of fetch lands, but they're important because all of them can turn into a Dwarven Mine, um, which is really, really nice. I don't know if my opponent just like doesn't realize they have priority or had to step away or something. Um, my opponent has disconnected. They may have lagged out. Now, they didn't say anything, so I expect they'll be back here in a minute. I will say that this deck actually has a ton of potential to be a tier deck right now because it is so powerful. Um, like its backup plan of just being Valakut is great. Is it? Oh, my day today? My day was wonderful. Not really, but it was good. It was okay. I don't know why I responded just knee jerk. It was wonderful. Um, I went for a run with the dog um, over my lunch break, and he enjoyed it. Oh yes, the memory leak. I mean Moto. Yeah, I went for a run with the dog. Had a long work day. Um, got quite a bit done at work today, which I feel like was good. Wonderful, good. Okay, I started way strong and had to walk it back. Apparently, my knee jerk response is incredible optimism, which I would not have guessed. So, yeah. Your incredible optimism explains your Tron Mulligan strategy. Ugh, you got me. Slid that little dagger of a comment right between the ribs, didn't you? Oh man. I think my opponent may have just given up. Because they've been gone for a number of minutes now. Perhaps they were struck by a meteorite. That's what my roommate in college used to call it when your opponent would disconnect on Moto. It was the meteorite victory. Because obviously the only explanation is that your opponent was struck by a meteorite. I don't know if Rage Quit should be a bingo square. That one's kind of a hard to make happen bingo square. I mean, it's not if I'm playing Smallpox, I guess, but if they Rage Quit, I wonder why they Rage Quit. Because like they're playing a strong deck. Did they keep a one lander and not draw land? Did they forget to Force of Negation my Explore? Had a guy rage quit in paper over 10 feet distance? How did you accomplish that? Oh, because you're playing eggs. That explains everything. I caused a number of rage quits with turns. My opponent's back. All right. You could continue trying to guess Kano's birthday on Discord. Oh man. Well, we're going to go for the polymorph because we have two. We're going to start with transmogrify because there's always the chance that we want to polymorph our opponent's creature. Okay. Opponent remands. That's fine. Pass the turn. That's lovely. So my opponent plays a flagstones into a growth spiral, putting a second flagstones into play. Alright, opponent scooped it. I guess they rage quit anyway. Because they couldn't... Yep, Six Sigma knows my birthday now. Well, we won round one. Time for round two. We won the die roll, we're on the play. That's where we're at our strongest. Unfortunately, this hand would be amazing if this was a stomping ground. Got a mulligan. You know what? I think I'm willing to keep this. It is a little bit risky, but we do have a couple of redraws. Plus, we're a 29 land deck, so we have a 28 out of 53 chance of drawing a land. I'm going to put back Primetime because we do want to kind of cascade into it. Noxon, thank you for resubscribing. Thank you very much for supporting this channel. We're going to fetch up a Stomping Ground and suspend Search for Tomorrow. Noxon, you are a wonderful human being. Ugh. Opponent starts Ketria Triome. Search for Tomorrow taken down. We draw Dwarven Mine. Well, I'm not going to not play it. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn, so my opponent is also on the Uro deck, which this deck seems to be pretty good against because we're a little bit better at just straight ramping than our opponent is. They do have a couple of cards which kind of make the matchup awkward for us, but they don't always play them. We're going to get a Snow-Covered Forest. We draw Stomping Ground. So cast Explore. Opponent might remand this, which is great because we haven't played a land yet. Is it Charm? Counter unless we pay 2. So we're not going to do that. We're going to play a Stomping Ground, and we're going to cast... I think we're going to cast an Explore because we'd like to cantrip. That's fair. Alright, pass the turn. We just need to find a fetch land now. Opponent untaps, shocks a Steam Vents. Probably casts an Uro or a Growth Spiral. It's an Uro. Well, if we draw a fetch land, my opponent is going to be very sad. We untap. We draw Cinderglade, which is not a fetch land. But we can Farseek and get a regular basic mountain. So Cinderglade comes in untapped. And play a Prismatic Omen. Good, we have a backup announcer now. And Tarek, I know you'll do fine. Actually, I almost got confused for a second when you posted your last one because I really thought it was Six Sigma for a second. I was like, nope, that's not the right color name there. There is no kink. All right, we're gonna cast an Explorer. Let's see what we get here. Bloodstained Mire. Play Bloodstained Mire. Now I imagine we're just gonna go for the Transmogrify here. Because, like, we could wait a turn. I'm gonna wait a turn. Do I have a skincare routine? Not really. My one of my best friends, his fiance is a beautician or studied to be a beautician, and so she showed me how to do sugar scrubs and stuff like that. My opponent just double growth spiraled into nothing, so they're really hurting for lands here. Alright, opponent plays a Stomping Ground. If they just reanimate Uro, we're good. I look shinier than normal. I just showered immediately prior to streaming because I was so disgusting. Oh my gosh, Tarek. None of those things are true. They don't exist. Alright, we untap. We draw Dwarven Mine. So we're gonna go for it. Play Dwarven Mine. There is no massages. That's not a thing. Get a token. We're gonna transmog the token. There is no OnlyFans. So is this a cryptic command? Counterspell, draw a card, okay. Pass the turn. Opponent opts. Maybe I should have just held off on transmogrifying it. Watch it be a badly edited from multi-video clip of like me going, "I have a OnlyFan." Like it's just like, even though it's blatantly not true. Okay, we untap. We draw Valakut. So play Valakut. Shoot Renin 6. Oh no, I don't. I don't have I don't have one about Porter, though that would be funny. Okay, opponent kills the dwarf token. So we're gonna go ahead and get another Dwarven Mine to get an additional token, but also to kill Renin 6. We will use Valakut's ability. Well, he's a dog. He wouldn't be able to run it, right? Would you? I should do that. I should put cute puppy pictures up on OnlyFans and charge like a nickel. I'll make a fortune. And then I can laugh at when people ask who gave me the nickel. Sorry. Alright, so it looks like my opponent is reanimating Uro here. Honestly, I might. Okay, well, now I guess I'm just going to start playing mountains and pinging my opponent. I am back to 2 monitors yet now, yes. We are at the full setup. It's a little more condensed because I'm on a tiny desk that was my great-grandfather's. But I do have the full setup. I don't know if anybody can tell, but the audio quality should be at least slightly better than it was. Um, we I got some sound deadening material up behind the mic, so there shouldn't be any like reflected sound or much less if it was bad. Um, Unfortunately, I have like two or three more. I have like two or three more videos in queue that are still on the crappier sound quality, but and we have Kano mic on camera stream. That's true. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. We draw another Valakut. Uh, do I kill Uro? I think I have to kill Uro to stay alive. Prismatic Omen is doing work. Unfortunately, it will not be here in Game 2 because we were definitely bringing in Boyle. Other than the crap on the bottom right of the screen. I just now understood what was being said. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn. I do need to find a better layout for the chat, and I'm thinking about condensing the screen over to the side just a little bit, and making a vertical layout like I had originally, but I'm not sure. What is happening? Are they replaying? I think they're replaying Uro. Okay, they're replaying Uro. Chat's the only reason, let's be honest. Alright. Oh my goodness, that's a full-on scape shift. I mean, my opponent needs to only get 2 mountains and we're dead. Let's see if they still have 2 mountains left in the deck. I imagine they do, because I think they run 4 Ketria, 4... Or that works. Alright, Boyle coming in, so is Beast Within and Veil of Summer. Edge of Autumn can go out. Honestly, Lightning Bolt can probably go out here. This opponent does not play a lot of a lot of small creatures that Lightning Bolt interacts with. I could also maybe try and fit a Leyline into this list, because Leyline kind of messes with the Mystic Sanctuary Uro reanimation plan. And this feels almost like a transformational sideboard if I'm doing that. But I kind of want them to play Uro because they have to tap out for it usually. I think this is fine. I'm going to run it back like this. Bingo board in Discord. Would a Scapeshift be good in this list? It probably would, as a singleton, be good in this list, because we do frequently get to enough mana that Scapeshift would be. Thank you! Let me see the name. El Mesadri, thank you for subscribing. You're a wonderful human being, and I appreciate your support. Making use of that Twitch Prime sub, much appreciated. Alright. We'll play first. This is not a keepable hand. Almost. This almost is. I think I still have to mulligan. Don't scare new people away right after they get here. Though this is a resubscription, so I guess they understand what they're in for. I will keep this. I'm going to put back Prime Time and I think Dwarven Mine here. Yeah. So, play Wooded Foothills, pass the turn. Okay. Yeah, if you'd like to experience the Kano chat experience every day of the week, please join the Discord. It's basically what it is. I'm gonna get a Cinderglade here. We untap. Draw Farseek, so play a Mountain. We'll go ahead and Farseek out a Stomping Ground. Oh, we generally don't use the voice channel. It's mostly text chat. I should start to I should start up a rotating, join Kano live kind of a deal. That'd be fun. Should figure out the logistics of that because I know a few people would like to. Like you could actually hear Bone Daddy coach me on Death and Taxes someday. Stomping Ground. We will not pay 2 life meaninglessly. Pass the turn. It would be fun to have a community phone call. I did. That's one reason why I boosted the server so that we could have a better voice chat. I'll have to work on. I'll have to work on that because it's one thing that's like I would love to get to the point where we could play games and stuff. All right, we get a second Transmogrify, so we're gonna play Bloodstain Mire. On my opponent's end step, I'm probably going to Beast Within a land. Opponent Growth Spirals. Wish Kano a happy birthday on a Discord community call. Oh gosh, stop giving them ideas. Alright. We're going to Beast Within the Triome. Untap. We draw Dwarven Mine. So play Dwarven Mine. Get a 1/1. The only thing that I have to say about that is Moto's commander interface is atrocious. Is so bad. Like I would do it if I was playing with people I knew and we were chatting on a call. I would totally play commander. But it's the oh, that's fine. We could do we could build $1 EDH decks. I would sponsor some $1 EDH decks. I think that would be fun. Okay, we untap. We draw Search for Tomorrow. Well, guess we try and Transmog again. See if our opponent has removal or a counterspell. They definitely have a Cryptic Command. Oh, they're going to bounce the Dwarf and draw. Okay. That's true. Okay, opponent plays Wrenn and 6. Picks up Scalding Tarn. Plays a Scalding Tarn and continues to beat down for 3 every turn. I would like to draw a Veil of Summer. I mean, Boil kind of works too. So we'll try Boil on our opponent's turn. To force them to interact. Joe West, welcome! Glad you made it. Opponent Mystic Sanctuaries, putting Cryptic Command on top. So on my opponent's upkeep, before they have a chance to draw, we are going to Boil. Opponent hardcasts a Force of Negation. Just bought my first Gaia's Cradle, and I'm now in the Taco Bell drive-thru. That is a reasonable sequence of events. Opponent hits us for 3. We draw a mountain, so play a mountain. Gonna get a Dwarven Mine here. I think I just have to try and Transmogrify, unfortunately. We know our opponent is playing, or is holding a Cryptic Command, so we need to try and do this now while they don't have Cryptic Mana. And if they have another counterspell, or Remand or anything, we're just in huge trouble. So we have 5 different named lands. Let's get Valakut and Field of the Dead. Nice. Opponent might have a little bit of trouble now. Pass the turn. After Gaia's Cradle, I couldn't afford Taco Bell drive-thru. Opponent plays a Breeding Pool tapped. Cracks Scalding Tarn. Gets a Stomping Ground. 3 mana, 4 mana, Scape Shift, and we're dead. Dang it. We were so close. It's just slightly too slow. Alright, everybody in the chat just settle down. Tastefully ignoring chat. Let's all laugh at my medical issue. Well. Yep. That's fatal. That's a fatal Valakut Scape Shift. Alright, well. Opponent had too many counterspells. Oh, man. I don't want to rag on anybody in chat. Take your shots while they're free. Alright, round 3, here we go. I'm not gonna rag on anybody in chat because I don't want to encourage anybody to gang up on anyone else. So, would Besieju be a good sideboard card for this? Actually, it might. A Singleton Besieju might be pretty good. I like that idea. I am going to keep this. This is a very good hand. We have interaction. We have a suspend ramp spell. We have Dwarven Mine. We have, and if all else fails, we just hardcast Titan. Opponent starts Balaged's Sanctuary, so my opponent is probably playing... Oops, all spells. We're going to start Stomping Ground untapped. Suspend Search for Tomorrow. Well, the good news is we may actually be able to create a wall of blockers wide enough to handle my opponent, like, playing their whole deck out. Play another Bala Ged Sanctuary. It could be Charbelcher, actually, as well. Opponent plays a Talisman of Resilience. Search for Morrow ticking down. We draw Scalding Tarn. So play Scalding Tarn. I'm just going to pass. The last couple of Uropiles decks I've run up against have actually been running several mods bicker between them. Great idea to add that to the bingo board. Alright, so this is a full combo here. So we get Creeping Chilled 3 times. There's 2 Narcomoebas, so we can't just Lightning Bolt them. They do have 3 Swords of the Meek. So my opponent is going to pick up a nothing, and we're not gonna die? What am I missing? I think my opponent messed up. We'll get a Cinderglade. Untap. Search for Tomorrow coming off of Suspend. I think my opponent didn't pick up their Salvage Titan. They have no cards left in their deck. Yeah, I think my opponent is holding on to one of their shuffle back in spells. So we'll get a mountain. We draw Prime Time. Do I even show them what I'm doing with the Dwarven Mine? I don't think I do. I think I just pass and let them die to their draw step. I don't want to show them the polymorph trick. We should have died anyway. Oh, opponent has Memory's Journey. That's what they're doing. Okay. This game really shows the power of our deck. Leyline of the Void coming in. Probably Veil of Summer, because my opponents tend to play Thoughtseize. I should have lost on the spot, but my opponent was going to cast Memory's Journey on their upkeep to shuffle cards back in, so we weren't actually... we're going to bring in Leyline of the Void because that's our only effective Grave Hate that we can actually run in a deck like this. We're going to drop Edge of Autumn. And I don't think we need all the Lightning Bolts. And we'll drop a Prismatic Omen. Lightning Bolt's still possibly effective if my opponent just has an Undercity Informer and has to leave it on board for a turn. We'll play first. Mulligan to Leyline of the Void. There's Leyline. No, I am not drinking anything tonight. The back Primeval Titan. Put Leyline into play. And we'll start Forest. And we have Veil of Summer to protect ourselves. Well, my opponent could have Charbelcher, so it's not necessarily GG. Okay, opponent starts tap land. We untap, we draw Wooded Foothills. So play Wooded Foothills. We really need to build our devotion to mountains, I guess. Opponent is playing Penthead Prism. Okay. So we're going to fetch up Stomping Ground. Or actually Cinderglade, I guess. Man, I could go for a Moscow Mule. I just don't have the components here. Get a Cinderglade. We untap. Draw second Leyline of the Void. Play Valakut. Pass the turn. Leave up Bolt Veil. No! Nature's Claim, my only weakness! Veil of Summer helps me out none. Opponent gets a Talisman of Resilience. Sure. We only have one mountain, and we are at least 2 land drops away from making any tokens. Play Field of the Dead. Pass the turn. This hand was a terrible idea. Life advice from Six Sigma. Opponent plays a Sword of the Meek out of hand. Just the ridiculousness of the statement got me. Quick, Karn, and restart the game with Leyline again. Fortunately, no Karns in this deck. We draw Bloodstained Mire. There's another mountain. Pass the turn. Raylan! Raylan, not you too. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. That... I don't even have the power to respond. I am defeated. Okay, we untap. We draw... Stomping Ground. Well, had I actually kept that Primeval Titan, we would be on our way to victory. I just need to draw one land now. Are we getting... You're making me laugh too much. Oh, man. They don't get the chat they need, they get the chat they deserve. Oh, the implications of that statement are terrible. I can't believe I deserve this. We draw a second Stomping Ground, which unfortunately does not enable Field of the Dead to make tokens, but it does let us Bloodstained Mire here. I'm gonna Shock, because I may need the mana. Fetch with Bloodstained Mire. Get a Dwarven Mine. Make a token. Then we are going to Indomitable Creativity the token. We're not going to hit any of our opponent's artifacts, I don't think. Indomitable Creativity the Dwarf token. Opponent is Dismembering, which we can... No, they're casting something else. Hagra Mauling. Veil of Summer. Kano's personal hell is listening to his chat that loves it. I was trying to say, I can't believe I deserve people as nice as you guys in chat. Like, I know you rib me a lot, but it's really good to have y'all. Wow, opponent gave up. Okay. No boil, no sinkhole, no beast withins, I don't think. I could just run it back. Yeah, I'll keep this as an opener. This is a fine opening hand. But what he meant is this chat sucks, and if he deserves this crap, he must really have done something wrong for karma. Oh my god. I knew I came here for some laughs. There you go, Tarek. You tell him. Alright. Put in a ley line. Opponent mulligan to 4, which is probably a good sign for us. Opponent plays a Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. We untap. We draw Veil of Summer. So play Cinderglade tapped. Pass the turn. I was thinking about shocking Stomping Ground, but they mulligan to 4, they're undrawn. Hey, you see that username? Does this username up here say Kano? Jeez. We're going to shock Stomping Ground and go ahead and cast an Explore here, because we're really looking for more lands. Play Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. We now have access to Veil and or Lightning Bolt if my opponent plays a... my opponent plays a... what's it called? The creature that you have to pay mana to activate. Undercity Informer. I think. Yeah, we're not cracking on our opponent's end step because we're trying to draw another mountain to get a Dwarven Mine. Pass the turn. Thank you for trying to catch me from punting, though, because that does seem like a punt I would normally make. Okay, opponent plays a Sword of the Meek. I'm going to hold on to these... Oh, they would have to target us, I think. Oh. Oh! I see what you mean. We could Veil, and then we wouldn't be a legal target. That's awesome. I really want to do that, too. We're not anywhere near it, but I'm game if we can make that happen. Well, we explore into a ley line. That's not what I want. Pass the turn. Reminding Kano that it is not, in fact, 4th down. First down? First down's when you punt, right? Alright, opponent does nothing. We untap. We draw a mountain. So play a mountain. It's not even our possession. We're not even on the field. We don't have a football team. Kano's literally never seen a football, and here he is punting. Hey, I used to play left and right offensive and defensive tackle, I will have you know. So yes, I have never seen a football. I just know it's vaguely to the center. I'm gonna try and see if I can get another land, because I really want to protect the dwarf token from Hagra Mauling, which may have been incorrect. I maybe should have gone for the combo. I want to plays a Narcomoeba out of hand. Okay, that means they don't have Hagra Mauling. It could mean Fatal Push, though. I'm going to bolt the Narcomoeba. Because reasons. Untap. We draw. Dwarven Mine. Perfect. Play Dwarven Mine. Get Dwarf. Is this back in high school? You wore leather. You guys wore leather caps, right? No. How old do you think I am? I don't even think my dad wore leather caps. And my dad is 64, 63, something like that. Okay, prime time. We are going to get I think Valakut and Field. This doesn't let us kill our opponent immediately, but if my opponent combos, I should be able to produce enough blockers to actually stop them from killing us. Tarek, you have no idea how cursed that comment is. Ask Bone Daddy. And opponent scoops it up. We win the match. You want to watch, try and break Kano down during the stream? Come join the Twitch chat. Nice. Alright, round 4, here we go. Alright, we'll play first. I am going to keep this. I do have to start Dwarven Mine, though. Ribs like snakes? What? What does that even mean? It's the only part of the stream that has quality content. Has that video gone up yet? Hang on one second. Let me check my YouTube. Let me check my YouTube studio really quick. 1 second. Yeah, so tomorrow's video tomorrow's video on YouTube. I Armageddon myself. Unintentionally. Because I refuse to read cards. Oh man. Well, we'll start play when my opponent decides on what they're doing here. Let's take a look at the game log. They have not decided on whether or not they're mulliganing. You hit the word refuse way too hard. A formal complaint, huh? Oh, man. What is it? How does that meme go? Scientific study. I was elected to lead, not to read. Used flex as if you're flexing on someone. What are you flexing? Ugh, guns! I don't know. How does that meme go? Scientific study confirms Kano can't read cards. Even newer scientific study confirms that Kano can, in fact, read cards, but refuses. Azusa. I don't know what you're talking about. Play Bloodstained Mire. We're going to go ahead and, I think, Edge of Autumn, while it's still relevant to get a Actually, Explore, I think, is a little bit better right now. No, Edge of Autumn because we need mountains. We're going to cast Edge of Autumn. Oh, that's awesome! You misspelled Eladamri's call exactly as I pronounce it. Eladmarie. Eladmarie. Never mind. Never mind. You spelled it right. I'm just wrong. We're gonna go ahead and explore first. We get a Farseek. Unfortunately, we do not have 2 basics, otherwise I could Farseek this turn too. So we're going to play Valakut and then Cinderglade. I have no idea what my opponent is doing. I just realized I haven't even looked at my opponent's side of the board. It's a made-up name and a made-up dialect and theoretically can be pronounced as you please, except that it is based in real-world concepts of English and, I think, Japanese pronunciation for Azusa, because I've actually been trying to learn Japanese through Duolingo. I already know how to speak Spanish mostly, so I figured I'd half-ass another language. Opponent is almost certainly Storm. So we draw a Search for Tomorrow, we have Farseek. So we'll cast Search for Tomorrow. Get a snow-covered mountain. Farseek. Weeb Kano needs the anime planeswalkers for his deck. Oh man. Opponent remands our Farseek. Like, check. You wouldn't happen to be suggesting that because you're Czech, are you? The CZ at the end of your name makes me suspicious. There's nothing more American than half-assing other languages. Okay, opponent plays a Steam Vents tapped. We untap, draw Scalding Tarn. So play Scalding Tarn. I'm kind of expecting another remand here, but I'm still gonna try this. More time has learned Polish. Oh gosh. So we do have 5 mountains, meaning I can actually fetch Scalding Tarn as a lightning bolt to kill a cost-reducing creature. Uncounterably, may I add. One plays a Shivan Reef, plays Electromancer, casts Pyretic Ritual, cracks Scalding Tarn, get a Dwarven Mine, get a token, Lightning Bolt Electroman. If you learn Polish, you don't even have to bother learning vowels, as the language does not appear to have any. Oh, that one got me. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man. I shouldn't be laughing this hard about it. I can't even pass priority. I'm laughing too hard. Oh. can't talk without starting up laughing again. It's funny, but it's not this funny, and I can't. Okay, I think I finally calmed down. It's not really. Oh man. Yeah, I've peaked. That giggle fit was my peak. My opponent just conceded. They just conceded to a lightning bolt they couldn't counter. I'm good with that. Bring in Leyline. Can I buy a vowel? No. Shouldn't have stopped to click on a link. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. This is Polish Wheel of Fortune. Can I buy a vowel? No. Oh man. Oh, I haven't laughed this hard in 6 months to a year, at least. Oh, this is like cathartic at this point. Like I feel better because of it. Um. Uh, all right, we're gonna cut Edge of Autumn. I'm gonna bring in Veils too, I think. Um, we still need Lightning Bolt. Feeling better because of chat. Uh, I don't think I want Prismatic Omen. I cut 3 lands. Can I cut 3 lands? I'm only gonna bring in 2 Veils. Oh man, I don't even want to think about crazy European words anymore. Thank you, Droid G3R6, for following. You're a wonderful human being, and thank you for your support. We are keeping this hand. This is a good hand. The art of crashing words together. Yes. I have encountered a little bit of German here and there, with their silly word smashing. And I only call it silly because I love it. Right now we're playing Transmogrify Titan is what I'm trying to say. Transmagrify. Like I should not try to pronounce words any worse than I normally do. I feel like that will lead to problems. I'm also coming down off of one of the biggest the biggest giggle fits I've had in a while. Buy a waffle? Buy a waffle? Oh, you're gonna get me going again, and I'm not gonna be able to stop it. Sometime soon, this is gonna cease being a good time and start being a bad time. um. Oh man, I am going to. Yeah, I have to explore here. There's just no other option. Consonants. Oh man. Oh. Okay, snow-covered mountain. I mean, Six Sigma donated the Sun-Baked Canyons. That was a big donation. Bone Daddy does the majority of the card donations. I do have to mention, if he If he hears that Six Sigma was falsely attributed as the donor of the channel, uh, he might he might feel the need to flex or something. Yeah. I highly recommend getting in the Discord channel if you like this kind of content and this arbitrary silliness that's occurring. We're gonna play Bloodstain Mire. Oh, we can just go for the combo with Veil of Summer backup. I'm good for this. Fetch for Dwarven Mine. No worries. Oh, did it? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're gonna fetch up a Dwarven Mine. Wow, I'm like not even like oxygenated anymore. Okay, we're gonna Indomitable Creativity. Hard to be this into gaming and married. And stay married. Yeah, I guess that's the trick. We're going to try an Indomitable Creativity, the token. Opponent opts. Probably looking for a remand at the very least. Yep, there's the remand, so we Veil. Yes, so I was looking at... We won. That was awesome. We just won. I'll see you guys in round 5, but so for the emotes, I was looking at Twitch, and apparently I don't have enough sub points for that. We got close a couple of times, but I don't think I can actually add them right now. I'll have to check again, because I don't know if you just have to pass that threshold once to put it up, or if you can do it whenever. Oh, that makes sense. G3R6. Yes, I was actually talking to you today. Okay, this hand is kind of slow. But I do need to get those emotes up on the Discord at the very least. This hand I can kind of work with. Double Farseek into a Titan is, I guess, relatively quick. I'm going to put back one Titan on this mulligan. Mistcutter was an MVP, indeed. But, yeah, no, I tend to, in my personal life, I watch YouTube more than I watch Twitch. I almost never watch Twitch unless there's somebody that I really, really want to see for some reason. I tend to watch YouTube videos in the background, like while I'm working or doing something else that requires most of my attention, and I just need like some noise to listen to, or I want to passively learn about something. So I totally understand that line of thought, and I think that's totally fine. Opponent plays a Glasspool Shore into a Hollowed Fountain. So my opponent, I think, is probably the Spirits deck. Thalia. Alright, so that's a problem. Hang on, I'm going to reset. Did I just mute myself? I think I mute myself on reflex when I try to restart the client, because I have to do that while I'm creating my regular content. Because my auto editor then cuts that segment of the video out. So, alright, we untap and we draw. I have to start sharing some of my recipes. I realized I haven't done that. It's something I said I would do. So we're going to play Scalding Tarn and pass. So my opponent is on, I think, the like land flicker deck. Oh, it's the Yorian. It's the Yorian Bant Flicker. Yeah, they attack with Thalia. That's fine. We go to 18. On my opponent's end step, we're gonna fetch with Scalding Tarn, get a Stomping Ground tap. We untap. We draw Stomping Ground. Play a mountain. We're gonna Farseek. Opponent has a Spell Queller. Okay. Pass the turn. The most pop culture I absorb is generally is MTG related. I did so my brother, not Big No, my actual brother in real life, what got me into watching Baki, on Netflix, and I have to say, I have never been so engrossed by something I am physically repulsed from. Like, I was watching Baki, and all I could think to myself is, this anime is horribly, terribly, awfully bad, and I could not look away. um, Alright, we're gonna Farseek again. And we're gonna get a probably snow-covered mountain. And play Dwarven Mine. Make a token. Well, like, it's not even a train wreck. It's it like the animation. So the animation is like kind of grotesque. It's a gory anime, so I should like preface, but the animation itself, like how he draws how the artist draws faces, is like gross, and it's inconsistent. I never know which character I'm looking at because some of the characters like look the same, but they have subtle differences. But those subtle differences change, and then like the storyline and plot just doesn't make any sense because the stuff that they set up is like completely unimportant, and then um it's just like meandering and wandering all over the place, and it's just something else. Let me tell you, it's like if a neural network, an artificial intelligence, was trying to write an anime. Okay, we're gonna get Valakut and a mountain because I want to kill at least Thalia. Actually, I kind of just want to kill Spell Queller, but I won't be able to cast anything if I do that. We're gonna get Valakut and Field of the Dead. No, I want to get a mountain. We're gonna get a mountain. Valakut Stomping Ground. We will not pay 2 life. Kill Thalia. Why did we take 2 damage there instead of playing the forest? I thought I needed it for mountains. I guess I didn't. We will use Valakut's ability, even though I almost clicked no. Pass the turn. I mean, red-green Valakut was like not a strategy, like not a legitimate strategy, um, for a long time. Like it was a great deck for a long time. It was very powerful, and then all of a sudden it just became very bad. Sure, I'll get another mountain. I probably should have actually left that in the deck. I kind of want an Indomitable Creativity my opponent's Spell Queller, but they could wheel into something worse for us. They hit us for 2, that's fine. Oh, that's good. Well, I don't think I actually need to search my library, but I will. So pay for Arbiter. Fetch Dwarven Mine. We do not have that many mountains left. Creativity 2 creatures. Double prime time. We'll get Field of the Dead, Valakut, multiple zombies. Then we'll get Valakut, Dwarven Mine, shoot down my opponent's board, more zombies, cast Farseek, get a Stomping Ground, not pay life, more zombies, shoot our opponent. This turn has been sweet. It's just a random planeswalker, I think. I don't think it's any named character in the Art of Battle Wits. I would cosplay as that person. That their robe is sweet. Sorry, I just realized I've been kind of rambling and not paying attention to the to the to the chat. Yeah, no, mulligans have not been on my side. So I'm against the Yorian deck that plays creatures. So I'm gonna play multiple Flame Slashes. And probably this might be a time for Magmatic Sinkhole. I think I cut Edge of Autumn and one fetch land here. If you play a deck that's bad enough, you never have to mulligan. I really feel like I'm gonna try mulliganing slightly less aggressively in Tron. Although the video that I ended up recording early this morning, probably I said I was gonna do it then and I didn't. So it's gonna be a hard habit to break. Would I play your eggs list after this? If I have the cards and I understand how to play it, I can probably give it a try. I'm not very good at eggs, even when the deck is broken, so I can't say that I would be good playing eggs if it's not a tier deck. But I can try. Strawberry pie. Okay, I can work with this. Unfortunately, we do have to give up our fetch land that tutors for Dwarven Mine, but I think this hand is a keepable hand. I'm going to start Seachrome Coast. Into Burrington Forge Tender. So they're expecting us to have red sweepers. We're going to fetch with Wooded Foothills and get a Stomping Ground, untapped. Yes, Omen is much better in this deck than Dryad because we are polymorphing into Titan and we don't want to polymorph into a 2-4. Remember Valakut is colorless, not red? Yes. Okay. Opponent plays a Leonin Arbiter like a jerk. So we untap, search for Morrow ticking down, we draw Wooded Foothills, play a mountain, we'll cast Prismatic Omen, and on our next upkeep we have to pay for Leonin Arbiter, which is a good excuse to play Wooded Foothills and crack for Dwarven Mine. Opponent attacks us for 3. We do have a stop on our upkeep, so we should be able to pay in time. If my opponent plays a second Arbiter, like they just did, that's a problem. So I can pay for one, but I can't pay for the other. So we're just going to let this go. We are prevented from searching our library. We draw Mountain. Play Valakut. Pass the turn. I mean, like, if we just start playing out Valakuts, we should be able to wipe our opponent's whole board. Unless my opponent has... we need to draw an Explorer here. That is not an Explorer. And we are almost dead. We have one turn to draw an Explorer. I should have suspended Search for Tomorrow anyway when I was on 4. That was wrong of me to not do. Of course, Field of Ruin actually... yeah, that actually prevents us from winning. We don't have any sweepers. And it was only the double Arbiter that got us. Alright. Moving on to game 3. No changes, just run it back. I should have most of the cards for the egg list. Yes, that is correct. I may not have... No, actually, I think I have that whole list. Been playing this game since Ice Age. I think you did just date yourself. Alright, this is for the match. I am going to keep this. We are a polymorph or a Titan away from winning the game. We do have a Lightning Bolt to kill one Leonin Arbiter. And as long as we don't run into 2 Leonin Arbiters, or a Thalia and an Arbiter, we should be fine. Considering my opponent is playing an 80-card deck, I judge that to be unlikely. We're going to suspend a Search for Tomorrow and pass. Opponent starts Plains. Passes. Search for Tomorrow ticking down. We draw Explorer. So play Mountain. And we're going to Farseek. Getting a Stomping Ground. Pass the turn. Second Plains. Opponent plays an Arbiter. So we can either pay for Arbiter or we can bolt Arbiter on our upkeep. In all honesty, I think I'm a fan of bolting. So cast Search for Tomorrow will get a snow-covered mountain. We draw Wooded Foothills, play Wooded Foothills, fetch up Dwarven Mine, get a token. Then explore, play Bloodstained Mire, and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin into a Lurrus. Interesting, so they're playing Lurrus in their main deck. We untap. We draw a Field of the Dead. I don't want to play out Field right away, so I'm going to play Cinderglade. And we're going to pass. Kind of sucks that I can't tutor for Field with... We have all of our different named mountains on the board. Opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. Replays Arbiter. And plays Thalia. Okay. They attack for 3. I do not believe it is worth blocking. So... Opponent passes. We untap. We draw Lightning Bolt. So we can play Field, but we can't crack Bloodstained Mire to make a token, because we can't fetch any lands with different names. Probably still have to play Field. We might want to bolt Lurrus just to stop them from recurring stuff. We can pay for Arbiter several times over. Yeah, it's not my birthday today. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Field of the Dead play. Make a zombie. Pass the turn. I'm not going to crack Bloodstained Mire because I'm going to hide the fact that we don't have any other named mountains we can fetch. No worries. Everybody wants to wish Kano a happy birthday every day of the year. Not sure why. But it always makes me giggle just a little bit. Okay, opponent plays a Glasspool Mimic. So they can only have it enter as a copy of a creature they control. So they probably want to dupe Arbiter, because their other creatures are legendary. So it feels like an appropriate time to Lightning Strike. And a very merry unbirthday. They cloned Thalia and Legend ruled himself. Opponent can replay Arbiter, unfortunately, because they do have a Luris of the Dream Den. It is not July 4th. My birthday is not July 4th. Okay, opponent passes. We draw. Valakut. Now things should be able to begin happening. We can play Valakut, get a zombie, fetch with Bloodstained Mire, and freaking... I was like, I could pay for it, I could pay for it! And I just got myself. Ugh! Pass the turn. Kano walks into an onboard trick. When will he learn? Oh, I definitely should not F6. Oh, the stupid punt face. Can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. I caught myself, but too late. That was gonna be... That's one zombie we missed out on there. Okay, this time we're gonna pay for Arbiter. And had I kept the fetch land, the... Oh, we can get a forest. Forest helps. Forest gets us a zombie. My opponent could have fielded our Field of the Dead in response, and that would have prevented us from getting a zombie token there. It's not July 5th or 6th. Are you just gonna go around the year like this? We do need escape shift, yes. I think this deck would benefit from a single scape shift. Opponent pays for their own Leon and Arbiter as well. We have time. Alright, get a basic mounted. Opponent's going to pass. We untap and draw Stomping Ground, which is not currently useful. Play Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Wow, shots fired, Six Sigma. Nothing entertaining. Oh, man. Well, the good news is, if I ever draw Indomitable Creativity, I'm gonna have, like, a playset of Primeval Titans all at once. My opponent plays Watcher for tomorrow after putting Yorion in their hand. Face down card enters the exile zone. No attacks. We untap. There it is. Pay to ignore Leon and Arbiter. Cast Primeval Titan. Go get Valakut. Valakut. Fetch with Bloodstained Mire. Get Dwarven Mine. Kill Luris. Kill Arbiter. Get a token. Play Stomping Ground tapped. Wipe my opponent's board. So we don't have to worry about Yorion flickering anything. then we get in for 7. Whew! That should be GG. Should be. I'll watch my opponent miracle a Terminus into some other nonsense. Opponent plays a Seachrome Coast tapped, which is not a Ghost Quarter for a Valakut. An opponent plays a Yorion. Seeing Dwarven Mine here makes you hate Mystic Sanctuary more than you already do. It's like almost like this is a reasonably designed card, and Mystic Sanctuary is not. They always give blue the best stuff. Bone Daddy even had a rant. He even sent me a rant that he sent one of his friends, because he thought I would appreciate it, about how white never gets anything cool related to the new Commander Legends cards, I think it was. It was a good one. Made me laugh. Another Dwarven Mine. Play Dwarven Mine. Well, Dwarven Mine is going to get us the victory here. Go to combat. And attack. We'll go get Dwarven Mine and Snow-Covered Mountain. And we successfully 4-1. Let's open our treasure chests and see what our hard-earned loot is. Treasure chest number 1. 20 play points and a Zerta the Dawnwaker. Treasure chest number 2. 10 play points and a Shivan Dragon. Treasure chest number 3. 25 play points and a Gutter Bones. Treasure chest number 4. 5 play points, a promo Canyon Mouse, and an Archivist. Blue Go Burr. And last treasure chest, 5 play points, a Felidar Retreat, and a Siegehorn Ceratops. Alright. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look. I might actually have this eggs list. I was looking at it. Is this it? Yeah, this looks like it. Missing a couple reshapes and a twin cast. And this version has 1 Prismatic Vista. It's not exactly the same deck, but it is close. Grape Shot in the main for time purposes. I still need to get the other 2 reshapes effects. Hang on, I should have them. Moto is like struggling right now. Do I not have a wish list? I do. Okay, well, let's go get some reshapes. Oh, hang on. Oh, swap from side for Pyrite Spellbomb. I'll just play an extra one. Or I'll play an extra one in the main, I guess. Over a Pyrite Spellbomb, probably, because... Well, actually, it probably needs Pyrite Spellbomb to win. So 1 second. We'll look at the list in a second. I mean, Mystic Sanctuary is bad, but at least Boil is a card. Ugh, as much as I hate Boil. Is that kind of card. Boil, Flash Freeze, or not Flash Freeze, the one for planes that's a sorcery, Choke. Those shouldn't exist. Blood Moon should, though, but that's its own separate rant. I need Reshape. Twin Cast. And I think that's it, actually. Update with versions in collection. We'll do Grove again inside in Boil. Grove. Oh! I remember. Red-Green Tron's what you're talking about. I don't think Tron playing Boil is necessarily a good idea, but what do I know? So does anyone... So how does this deck work? I should be asking. Because I was looking at this. Oh, the link has a short primer. Main point of the combo deck is to sack eggs for card draw and blooms for mana, recurring them with reward until you have 0 cards in library. The deck can usually do this on turn 4 and go for the infinite combo. The main interaction. After Faith's Reward resolves, before the golden eggs trigger, use Conjurer's Bauble to put reward on the bottom of the library and use Ghost Quarter on tapped land to shuffle. Conjurer's Bauble, I think, puts it on top, doesn't it? No, it's on the bottom, okay. Main combo. You need 0 cards in your library with reward in your graveyard, 2 blooms, a bauble, and a spell bomb on board. Crack Lotus Bloom for 3 red and 3 white. Shoot it with Piebright Spellbomb for 2, Conjurer's Bauble on reward to get it in hand, cast Face Reward. Opening hand should have 1 or more ways to get mana, so Reshape or Lotus Bloom, 1 or more recurring spells, so Face Reward or Bring to Light, and then 1 or 2 eggs. Okay. I can't say I'm going to play this for a league because I think it might take too long. I am not a fast eggs player, but I will play it in a 2-man for you if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and restart the client again really quickly, just because I can tell that it's lagging already. And then we'll play a game with eggs. I mean, it'd be fun to learn, right? And if I get good at it, I could play it for YouTube content, but I don't think I would play a deck like that on stream for a whole league, simply because the deck does take a while to win. Well, Moto's already struggling, and it's just loading up. Okay, we want a modern 2-player to queue. I hate that it, like, just randomly selects a deck. So I want Jank, Modern, Eggs. There it is. Alright, let's fire up a 2-man with this. Check out his 4th down plays whenever you like on his YouTube account. Oh, man. When you punt as often as I do, every down is 4th down. We're going to play first. So no Reshape. No Lotus Bloom. No recurring spell. We do have a couple of eggs, but this looks like a mulligan. This is also a mulligan because we have no lands. It's close, though. We have everything else. All right, we have a reshape, we have eggs, we have lotus bloom, and we have lands. Actually, don't even think we need the reshape. We'll keep 5. We'll put back, I think, reshape and maybe a golden egg. So we're going to start with a Serum Visions here. We draw Conjurer's Bauble. Island to the bottom. Sphere to the top. Suspend Lotus Bloom. And then we're going to try and dig for a Faith's Reward as fast as we can, or a Bring to Light. Thanks for the announcements, Tarek. Play a mountain. Play mix it. Play golden egg. Sorry, I was reading your name while casting the card. Brain gets my wires crossed. We draw Bring to Light. Okay, we found a Bring to Light. We don't have the colors to bring yet, but we will with Chromatic Sphere. I'm not drunk. I am absolutely as sober as I've ever been. Okay, we untap. We draw Conjurer's Bauble. Play Sphere. Play Bauble. What are some island hate cards? Choke, Boil. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to have you, Tarek. So my opponent cycles a Shark Typhoon X0. Okay. So opponent passes. They untap. They play Blast Zone. No! Not Narset. We need to draw lots of cards. That's not fair. I mean, we can just buy back a bunch of stuff. But I think I just got savagely wrecked. Oh, and I'm not playing, this is not a version that has Grape Shot in the main. Hang on. Let me double check. I can't remember if I left Grape Shot in the main or not, because if we do, we can actually kill Narset and then maybe do something. Let's see, Modern... Jank Modern Eggs. This version does not have Grape Shot. So we draw for turn. It's a Lotus Bloom. We actually cannot beat... The list that you sent me, Mixum, has a Grape Shot in the main, but we cannot beat a Narset Parter of Veils. You did. You did, in fact. In fact, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop, and we're gonna fix this. So, what should I drop for a Grape Shot in the main? I need to cut one card. I could just play your actual list here. Spell Bomb. Okay. Oh, Spell Bomb should be in the side, right? Drop Grape Shot. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. It was really good to have you. And thank you again for subscribing. Okay. Let's try it again, for real this time. Yeah, we've been having... This has been a good stream. This has been a great stream. We have Lotus Bloom, we have Eggs, we have a Cantrip, and we have Fate's Reward. Perfect. So, I am going to start with... Do you start with Sphere? Or do you start with... I imagine you start with Sphere. Right? Oh, and yeah, we have Ghost Quarter. So we can start, like, thinning our deck, too. I imagine the sequence is Island, Sphere, and Bloom. You start Opt? Okay. Do we opt main phase, or do we wait to opt? Because usually if I play Lotus Bloom, I want to opt first. I'm going to opt first. Okay. Alright, I trust you, Mix'em. Second island. I don't think we want a third land this quick. Maybe we do. I think put the island to the bottom. Can we draw Reshape? Reshape is good. Suspend Lotus Bloom. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Bloodstained Mire. Passes, Lotus Bloom ticking down. Just draw and play like 3 more eggs and win. Alright. We'll play Ghost Quarter and play Chromatic Sphere. Play another Chromatic Sphere. And pass the turn. Okay. Put a Crack's Bloodstained Mire for a Blood Crypt tapped. They untap. Reshape is basically Pyretic Ritual in this deck because it's 2 mana, sack an artifact to get Lotus Bloom. Opponent plays Dark Confidant. We untap, Lotus Bloom ticking down. We draw Island. So... play Island. Pass, because we want to do all of the sack shenanigans all on one turn. And it's the turn that Lotus Bloom comes off Suspend. Okay, opponent untaps, Confidant finds them a Fatal Push. Luckily we do not play creatures. Yeah, no Thoughtseize. That's what we gotta dodge. Opponent plays Lily. Hi T-Rex, how's it going? Opponent makes us discard. I think I discard Ghost Quarter here. We have one already. Opponent attacks us for 2, that's fine. Okay, we untap. Lotus Bloom comes off Suspend. T-Rex, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Much appreciated. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I think you're a wonderful human being. Don't play land until another Ghost Quarter. Okay. So this Conjurer's Bauble, is that enough for me to go off then? WOS dude, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Much appreciated. You're a wonderful human being, and I appreciate your support. All right, so we play Bauble. Sorry, the first time I do this is going to be extra slow, so now I can crack Bloom for blue. Sack a sphere to get another Bloom. Sack eggs and then conjures Bauble face reward back into the deck after I cast it. I think that's what I do. We're playing eggs right now. So crack for blue. Filter one blue into white. Don't play a land until we play another Ghost Quarter. We're going to reshape X0, sack sphere. And yes, we need to Ghost Quarter ourselves. Thank you for reminding me, I would have forgotten. Get Lotus Bloom. Crack Bloom for, I guess, blue? Does it matter? Yeah, we should start getting different colors for Bring to Light and Grape Shot and stuff, but primarily blue first, I think. So blue. Float mana. Ghost Quarter ourself. We will use Ghost Quarter's ability. Get a Forest. Faith's Reward. Oh, we can actually crack Bauble right now first. As long as I put something back in the deck that because we get Bauble back. And this lets us draw. I'm going to put back Opt because I know that wasn't in the deck. Okay. Now we Faith's Reward. Okay. So now we Bauble back Faith's Reward. Another Bauble. Float mana. Ghost Quarter ourself. Oh, you don't have to put stuff back. Worth noting. Get a Plains. Crack Sphere for blue. We get a Twin Cast. Crack Sphere for blue. We get a Mountain. Play Star. Crack Star for blue. Draw card. Ghost Quarter. Play Ghost Quarter. Float green. Ghost Quarter ourself. Get an island. Problem is I'm only got one more draw left. Bauble, putting nothing back. Prismatic Vista, so we fizzled. Okay. So I understand how to play this now. We can pass, because I can't do anything else. I understand now kind of what I'm supposed to be doing. I could have played that a little bit better. There's slightly better than I could have done that, I think. If we get a Faith's Reward... Well, actually, I need to... I think I'm just going to concede. We're going to go to next game. Versus Jund, I assume Leyline in. What do you take out for Leyline of Sanctity? I'm not familiar at all with sideboarding with this. But I see the point of like, oh, you can play Faith's Reward, and then you can stack Twin Cast copies, and then in between the copies you can sack everything and draw your deck, and so silence out, and then probably like Opts maybe. Twin casts? Okay. We'll run it back. How do you win, though? This version plays Grape Shot. You draw your whole deck and play Grape Shot. The original version of this list, you loop. There's a loop you can do with Face Reward where you only put one card back in your deck and you constantly redraw it. And so you could loop Pyrite Spellbomb infinitely by looping Faith's Reward. But this version plays Grape Shot. Well, thanks for stopping by, Droid. Much appreciated. And thank you for the Twitch Prime the follow. Yeah, it was good to have you. All right, we'll play first. Triple Ghost Quarter Reshape. This is not a good hand. This one, however, is. I will keep this. We can Prismatic Vista. You want to do more chat drafts? The only problem with chat drafts is they're very stressful. So I think what I do here is I put back Bring to Light. Yeah, we're going to try and opt for eggs. So we start Prismatic Vista. We won't be able to use Prismatic Vista during the loop, unfortunately. But that's okay. Get an island. We'll go ahead and opt. I think I need some kind of programmatic assistance. Suspend Lotus Bloom. Pass the turn. Even Stevens was fun. Oh yeah, I had to draft only like even cost cards or something. Opponent starts Swamp. We get Inquisition, so my opponent has to take Reshape, which is a spell we can't cast right now. There is, but it's too slow, and Moto's been lagging. So like you have to have people answer within like under a few seconds when there's low numbers of picks. So I think the best way to do a chat draft for Moto would be like for the first 3 picks in a pack, you have chat pick the card, and then you basically just try and keep up after that. Play Conjurer's Bauble. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Blackcleave Cliffs. We draw Bring to Light, which I do like. Play Mountain, pass the turn. Problem is we need to draw like 2 eggs. Is this also the dream matchup? I should have mulliganed to Leyline of Sanctity. I just realized. Or probably not, but I guess that should have been a consideration. My brain is not working after all that laughing. I might have to cut the stream early. Not because I'm not enjoying this, but just simply because my brain is not functioning at full capacity now. I don't need to go on 4? Okay. But it cracks Prismatic Vista. For a mountain. I guess the only concern is like my opponent has a K command for Lotus Bloom or something. Opponent plays Lily. They're going to uptick. So we're going to discard Bring to Light because it's just face reward but worse. Opponent discards Bloodstain Mire. Okay. We untap. Lotus Bloom coming off Suspend. Cast Lotus Bloom. We draw another Lotus Bloom. I guess I have to discard that because I don't want to combo off yet. And I need something to discard to Liliana. I don't want to give up Faith's Reward because Faith's Reward like is how we start going off. We only have one draw, and we need to get to where we have like 3 to 4 draws in order to like actually start to get somewhere. But it plays Prismatic Vista. Opponent upticks Lily. We discard Lotus Bloom. And they play a Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. We're playing against the red-black Pyromancer deck that's playing things like Croxa, Angrass Rampage, Inquisition Thoughtseize, Young Pyro, Seasoned Pyro, Lily. It's just like a red-black mid-range deck. Yeah, Lily is the clock right now. And I think because we have an egg and we have to play something, right? I think it's better to just go for it now. So play Star. Start by cracking Bauble, no targets. Sphere. Crack Star for white. Draw a card. Play Sphere. Crack Sphere for white. Crack Bloom. Reward. Okay. Then we sack Bauble, putting Reward back, drawing Leyline. Bloom for blue. Serum Visions. I guess I needed to crack the spheres because I wasn't going to have enough lands otherwise. Or I wasn't going to have enough mana. Serum Visions is a Ghost Quarter and a Golden Egg. Golden Egg to the bottom, Ghost Quarter, I think, to the top. Crack Sphere for white. Draw Ghost Quarter. I can't just cast Serum Vision. Quarter wins? How does Quarter win? I'm a little confused. Because I only have 3 mana now. I can't cast a Faith's Reward. I have 2 floating mana and this Ghost Quarter. Play it, we'll kill our own island, get another island. But now I'm still only up to 3 mana. I don't know how I can cast Faith's Reward. Yeah. So we'll Serum Visions to draw. We draw Chromatic Star. Ley line to the bottom, star to the bottom. Play out sphere, play out star. So that we can kind of like save up our draws. And now we need to find another land and a... Well, I guess since we cracked Bloom and we don't have Bloom, there's a lot of things we have to do. I don't think we can win. And this feels like a bad matchup to me because my opponent is playing Artifact Disruption and Hand Hate. Yeah, we'll draw with eggs on board first. Opponent plays Ashiok. So we can no longer search our deck. That means no reshape. They're also going to exile our grave. If they exile Grapeshot, that's the end of the game. Oh, they mill themselves. They don't mill us. Oh, okay, I see. Well, my thought was, like, in order to win, we were going to need to, like, combo. And we need eggs on board to combo. Okay. So we draw an island. So I can, like, sack star for white. We get a Serum Visions. Sack sphere for blue. We get a reshape. But I can't search my library. If I could, I might be able to do something here. Sack star for blue. Get a Lotus Bloom that I can't put on board. And there's Faith's Reward and another Faith's Reward? Yeah. That was just 1 mana too deep. I will experiment more with this deck off stream, I think. Eggs is an interesting concept, and if I can make it work, I'll make it work. Six Sigma, if you want to... I would be down for, like, a Momir, if you wanted. Or if you were up for it and have the card. Or have the Momir card. I do not have the brain power to draft. My original plan was to play some modern and then do a supreme draft. And I died laughing during this stream to some stupid like it was funny, but it wasn't as funny as I laughed it up to be joke. And oh man. No, I can't. I also can't commit the time to the draft. I don't have quite enough time for a full draft here. Um, Even though it is Supreme Draft, yeah, 60 cards and then the Momir Vig avatar. My list is right here on the right side of the screen. I don't know if you can see. And it is strategically tuned. Just join whenever you're ready. I've been torturing children at my LGS with eggs for like 5 years, so I'm terrible, and now I play Tron. Oh man. You should be able to. I just made a, I was gonna make an open... I think you have to do... No, you can just direct challenge me. I'm in the constructed tab under specialty in Momir Basic Open Play. You know, that area of the client where no one ever goes. I don't know if direct challenge works or if you have to do Momir through this. I guess if you go to the constructed specialty Momir Basic and join this, that way you don't have to like dig through your decks to find your Momir deck. Let's close some of these open tabs. So yeah, it's the constructed top tab, the specialty left tab, and you're here. All right. Momir. Momir is a format where you play only basic lands and you discard a basic land every turn and you play a random creature of that cost. It's a very fun Magic Online only format. You should never mulligan in Momir. Oh boy, mismatching lands. Here we go. So what I usually do... Oh, you also have to play lands out. So we'll play out a mountain. And we're going to discard a swamp to get a 1-drop. And we got a Hypnotic Siren, which is a 1/1 for 1 flyer. Better fear my 1-drop, Six Sigma. So the strategy when you play Momir involves trying to play the right basic lands to turn on your fire breathing, your echo costs, avoid your opponent's land walk and that sort of thing. Or discard a swamp, make a 2-drop. I guess I should have done that pre-combat because of the possibility of haste, and that was a creature with haste. There's also certain numbers you should skip, and each person will tell you different, but everybody generally agrees you should skip 7. If you're on the play, you have to skip 2 numbers. If you're on the draw, you have to skip 1. So Six Sigma got a Bright Hearth Banneret, which is a 2-mana 1/1 with no other text on it. So we're going to play a mountain, and I'm going to skip 3, and I'm going to attack Six Sigma for 3. Fours are very strong. 5s are not. 6s are okay. Most people stop on 8. But if you can make it to 9, the 9 drops that are in the game are generally considered the most insane. And if you get like mana dorks along the way and you start jumping the curve, you're absolutely going to be ridiculous. So Six Sigma got a Pyreheart Wolf, which whenever it attacks, all of his creatures gain menace. That's not good for me. Play a swamp. We'll go ahead and make a 4-drop. I'm going to discard a Plains. Just getting a Zorius Guildmage? Yeah. Iwamori of the Open Fist. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent may put a legendary creature card from their hand onto the battlefield. This is not possible because we're holding only basics. But I did just get a 4-mana 5/5 with Trample, which is pretty good, I hear. So I'm going to skip 5. Unless Six Sigma gets something absolutely crazy. They do chump my Strangle Rootgeist, and I forgot that Undying doesn't work when it's a token. So Six Sigma makes a 4. And gets a Swirling Spriggan. Which is a 4-mana 3/3 Goblin Shaman with double green and or double blue. Target creature you control becomes the color or colors of your choice until end of turn. So like that could be relevant if I got a creature with fear. It's kind of nice because you wheel across the entire Magic lifespan. So like you could get something absolutely crazy, or you could get something that's not so great. We're going to continue the aggro plan. Momir is actually really fun, and it's $10 to buy the avatar that lets you play it. And it's a format you can play for free in the open play section. The problem is not enough people queue up for it. It's less than 10 now? Oh, well, that's nice. There's also variations on Momir. There's Majosto, because there's another one, Joyra, which plays instants and sorceries of the cost you discard, and Stonehewer Giant, that also plays equipment of the cost, or an artifact of the cost. I don't remember. And that one's also really fun to play, but I barely ever get to play either of these formats. Okay, so I am going to make a 6 now. Six Sigma did get a Markov Crusader, which is a 4/3 that has lifelink. Pitch a Mountain. We get a 3/6 Defender. And we're going to get in for 1 in the air. Yeah, Six Sigma's playing and still in chat. We're getting ghosted. Yeah, the format... He knows that I've got this planes I'm sitting on, and he's hiding that dice roll for the planeswalk. Six Sigma, how could you? What's amazing about being in the EU? Oh, it's 3 a.m. Well, thanks for sticking around so long. It was really good to have you. Get some sleep, and I hope you rest well. Alright, Six Sigma making a 6. Yavi Maya Worm, that's a big trampler. Look at him. Look at that worm. Damn, boy, he thick. Alright, we untap. Draw a mountain. Play a mountain. I'm going to risk making a 7 with the risk of getting a Phage the Untouchable. Sphinx Mindbreaker. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent mills 10 cards. Turning on that delve for you. Pass the turn. Get in for 1 in the air. We do have a 6/6 flyer now, though, which is a very fast clock. So Six Sigma's best option is to... I think he has to make a 7 and an 8, and he will likely be able to make a 9... No, he'll only be able to make up to 8s with the way that he's played. So his best bet is to get on to 8 and then try to get a Cataract Leviathan or a Platinum Empyrean, which are basically unbeatable. Cataract Leviathan just resets the entire board. Karplusan Giant. Tap an untapped snowland you control. It gets 1/1 until end of turn. Snowlands are also not 7 mana 3/3. Oh man, Six Sigma. That's no bueno. Well, block here, and oh, we can't do that. They have Menace. Kano, learn to read, will ya? Flunge. All right, so we get hit for 10. We go to 14. That Menace though is probably gonna do work. I guess. No, we swing back lethal. Do we swing back lethal? Hang on. No, we don't. We don't have lethal. So we draw a forest. We'll play a forest and go ahead and make an 8-drop. As long as it's not Scornful Egoist, I'm sure we're... Razia! Holy crap. Yeah, I think that does it. Because that's... I can attack like this, and then if you block, I can prevent the damage Yeah, so I can actually prevent the damage that would be done to Iwamori and deal it to Menace Wolf. Six Sigma takes 13 plus 2 and dies. You want to play again? I'm down to play again. We can do the luck test. All right. Luck test part 2. Here we go. I would like to play first, and I will keep. Apparently, I chose best of one both times, but yeah, there is technically sideboarding. It's usually a match. If you play it in the constructed queue for it, it's usually you play a whole match of it. So we're going to make a 1-drop. Sunblade Elf. We have no planes to play, so we can't make it a 2/2, unfortunately. Six Sigma does not make a 1. Alright. Well, if he's not making a 1, I'm not making a 2. This is the one time we're seeing my hand is good. Knowing I don't have a planes to make my 1/1 a 2/2. Oh, he's not making a 2 either, so he's going to make the whole curve up from there. If that's the case, I'm not making a 3. And then I'm going to make the whole curve up from there. So Six Sigma skipped his first 2 plays on the draw, so he should actually be able to make it up to 9s. Makes a 3-drop. Springbloom Druid. Now that's a very good 3-drop because that actually accelerates him up the curve, and he's already skipped 2. Alright. Fixed his mana, too. We untap. But only if he has enough basic lands left in the deck. That's true. That's very true. So we're going to make a 4 here. Discarding an island. We get a Harmatan Efreet, which is a 4-mana 2/2 flyer that can grant flying to another creature. No attacks. Momir actually does kind of have an intended purpose of it can teach you how to read the board state and constantly make you, like, remind you to be reading cards and stuff. You just got the Wretched. At the end of combat, gain control of all creatures blocking the Wretched for as long as you control the Wretched. Note to self, do not block the Wretched. But he's got one more land on board than me and has one more card in hand, which is a huge, enormous advantage. We're going to play an island. Make a 5. Discard a swamp. We get a 5/2 with Morph. Pass the turn. Oh, does this have flying? You can't put giant wings on a card, Watsy, and not expect me to think that it has flying. Alright, opponent plays planes. Six Sigma plays planes. Makes a 6-drop. It teaches you to read. Proceeds to not read. Oh, Adakar Valkyrie. Adakar Valkyrie is good because it is a 6-mana 4/5 with flying and vigilance. Though its secondary ability is not useful in Momir. It can kill illusions, so it's not, like, completely useless, but play a planes. I'm gonna skip making a 6. Oh, I have the ability to make green appear by just leaning back slightly. Whoa! Alright. Six Sigma plays an island, skips making a 7. We'll play a mountain. I'm going to risk the Phage the Untouchable. We'll discard a swamp. We make Silverclad Ferocidons. Whenever it is dealt damage, each opponent sacks a permanent. That seems pretty good. It's an 8 mana, or 7 mana 8/5 with trample, is it? No, it doesn't have trample. Okay. No trample. That's pretty good, though. Okay, Six Sigma makes an 8-drop. Torgar Famine Incarnate. Up to one target player's life total becomes half their starting life total rounded down. So I just go to 12. Ouch. Alright, Sigma finally realizes he can he can attack with the Addarkar Valkyrie. I'm gonna just chump. I might regret that, because if I get a second island, I could have like had the Silverclad Ferocidons block. But Sigma punt. Alright. We untap. We draw swamp. Play a swamp. We're going to pitch a forest. Make an 8. Nice. We get Arcades Sabath. That, because I pitched a forest and didn't play it, will not survive. But, I mean, it sticks around and blocks for a turn. Yes, imagine someone not knowing they could attack with their flyer. I mean, I had a 2/2 flyer I didn't attack with for like 4 turns, I'm pretty sure. Or no, I think it was only 1 turn. I mean, I will block with that. Arcades flies. Why does it's an Elder Dragon, dude? It's one of the Elder Dragons. They all fly. That was my elbow popping. Read the cards. Yeah, it's not so easy, is it? It's it's not so easy to pick up that card and literate. All right. We cannot pay to prevent us sacking Arcades. Draw a mountain. Play a mountain, and we're gonna start making 9 drops. Discard a mountain. Void Winnower. Pass the turn. That is an 11/9. And you can't block with creatures that have even converted mana cost. Oh, I should have attacked because he can't block with Torgar. You think your opponent is stream sniping, yeah. What is that? Dread Cacodemon. Enters the battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, destroy all creatures your opponents control, and then tap all other creatures. Okay. Thankfully, it wasn't cast from hand, because good lord. We're going to make another 9-drop. Discard a swamp. There's not that many 9-drops, and there's one in particular I'm going for. Iona! Shield of Emeria is not what I thought of, but I'm going to say Sigma can't cast white spells anymore. And I'm going to attack with the Ferocidon. He can block with the Wretched, or he can block with Springbloom Druid, but he can't block with Torgar or Dread Cacodemon. Okay. When it takes 8. Plays a land. He's going up to 11. You're making... Are there any 11 drops even in the game? Oh, yes, there are. They're Eldrazi. There's also apparently a Hypnox. There's a battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, exile your opponent's hand. When it leaves the battlefield, give them back their hand. That's an 8/8 flyer. That's pretty serious. And my Moto is lagging so hard. We untap and we draw a mountain. Make another 9-drop. We get Zakama Primal Calamity. That's not the one I was thinking of. But it's pretty good, I heard. Attack with Silverclad Ferocidons. Okay. Six Sigma trades off Hypnox. They have to sack a permanent. They're going to make a 12. What, I'm really surprised at how close he got to, like, making 15s, which there's Emrakul and one other creature, I think. Iname is 1. Which is another 8/8 that can't block. Man, Void Winnower is doing work. I think that means we win, actually. We just attack. But I'm going to make a 9, because what's the worst that could happen? We're going to give Sigma the fair shake. I could totally screw myself with a 9-drop somehow. Oh, a Gentleman's 7 for Phage. Tell you what, I won't attack this turn. I'll give you a chance, and I'll do a Gentleman's 7 for Phage, then attack. Flying Trample Rampage 4. 9 mana 5/5 token artifact creature dragon. I'll give you 1 turn to get whatever play you can make. I will do a Gentleman's 7 for Phage, and then Flunge. The old Phage and Flunge. Flunge spelled with a PH that time, because Phage is spelled with a PH. Alright. Making an 11 for Primeval Protector. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Now it's a big creature that can block. We untap. We draw a plane. So 3 swamps, 4 mountains. Yeah. Attempt to make a 7, see if we get phaged. We get a Boros Battle Shaper. At the beginning of each combat, up to 1 target creature attacks or blocks, and 1 target creature does not attack or block. So we'll say Void Winnower must attack, and Primeval Protector cannot block. No, I think I'm done after this one. The 9-drop I was going for was Celestial Archon, widely considered the best card you can get in Momir. Easily at 9. It's like a 9 mana 6/6 or 7/7 flyer that says creatures can't attack you. Alright, well, thanks everybody. I'm sorry there was no Supreme Draft. I did want to play it, but my brain just couldn't handle it. Thank you so much. We had so many different Prime subscriptions, or just subscriptions in general. So thank you again to Tarek, Noxon, El Misadri, T-Rex, and WOS Dude. Also thank you to Droid and the Ganks for following. You're all wonderful human beings, and I really appreciate your support. I'm glad that I had a really big laughing fit in this. It was that was a great time. I might have to go back and just re-edit that for meme purposes because that was something else. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys next stream. Bye.